click the links to send me art, comics, or support the channel. The advantage to not going on people's live streams is that I can make videos now and just sort of be insensitive and just feign ignorance. And it's like, oh, I don't know where all the battle lines are drawn. I hope I didn't misspeak, because I'm I don't listen to every show, which is true. I can't listen to every show. To follow Comicsgate in its entirety would be impossible, and God, who would want to? Like, what was it, 2 years ago? It was interesting to follow it and, like, come check these live streams out every night, or almost every night. And you could keep track of it, but now there are so many factions and divisions that I don't think you can keep track of Comicsgate. It would have to be a full-time gig for you, and how much would you have to pay someone to follow this garbage fire? Anyway, so there's this war campaign petition to get Mike Miller, world-famous comic artist, into the Gremlins reboot. I'm not sure if he's supposed to play the old Chinaman or a gremlin, but I wish him well in his endeavor. I always thought Gremlins was just a simple film, but I have this woke, honk-pilled friend who was saying that Gremlins was actually propaganda about F. Whitey, so I have to think about that. He also told me to take a closer look at Falling Down. Mogwai was the creature that gave birth to evil offshoots, so wouldn't that be EVS? Except he's sort of too fat to be a cult leader. Mike is too short to be a cult leader, but Charles Manson was short. Is Mike Miller Charles Manson? Kathy Zhu and Gail Simone had meltdowns. Gail Simone got triggered because Birds of Prey underperformed while Sonic did better. At first, the Shilling for Shekels media said that the Corona-chan Wuzu Boogaloo was keeping people out of the theaters, but it's odd that they didn't hurt Sonic. Harley Quinn and the Four Angry Lesbians is what kept people out of the theaters. What's making me laugh is that feminists on Twitter are begging people to go support Birds of Prey as if it were a charity. It's a billion-dollar industry run by the most corrupt people on earth. You're shilling for guys like Weinstein. Stop it. Hollywood is filth and corruption that only plutonium can cleanse. Or maybe hellfire, but that'll come later. In fact, and I know this is not going to be popular, but I don't understand people creaming their panties over films and entertainment. We stand. Everything you stand for is run by guys like Weinstein. You love Rey and Kylo. Well, you're just jerking off to Disney. Disney is run by people who would unplug your life support to charge their phones. Disney makes propaganda for children, so naturally they replace the red-haired, blonde characters with darker characters, because they're trying to tell kids to get used to being replaced. With CGI, they can quietly go back and alter the old films to substitute POC characters for Euro ones, and just say that it's always been that way. They are the digital firemen in Fahrenheit 451. I would use it as a title, but nobody would click. I have to use a picture of Mike and EVS and a You Buy Mogwai in the title. I also don't understand people who buy shirts that advertise a billion-dollar industry's product. I do like this shirt quite a bit, though. It's funny. People have donated cash, art, and comics, but nobody has actually bought a shirt. But somebody did just donate. Yeah, okay, I know. Hold on, buddy. Somebody did just donate $3 last night because I was such an a-hole in one of the videos. So thank you for that. And if you guys think you can design a better shirt, send me your art and we'll go for it. Get Mike Miller into Gremlins, Secret of the Mogwai. War Campaign started this petition. HBO Max is debuting a new series, Gremlins, Secret of the Mogwai, in 2021. However, this upcoming prequel to the beloved series is missing a very core person to its casting. Mike S. Miller, 27-year veteran of the comic book industry, best known for his work on a bunch of crap and the smash Indiegogo success Lone Star, Heart of the Hero, needs to expand his career in the world of voice acting. Well known on Twitter as Mogwai S. Miller, Mike needs to lend incredible vocal range and talents to the surefire hit of a series. But he can't achieve this with, well, you know what? I doubt the series is going to be surefire hit because it's probably going to be very, very woke. Zach takes a look at a comic book. I don't even listen to his shows anymore. I just go, white man bad? ? Because probably going to be white man bad. But he can't achieve this without your help. Mike may be known in the comic book industry, but he's an unknown in the voice acting world. Mike streams daily on his YouTube channel, Blacklist Universe. Good to see he changed his name back. Where he captivated. You know, it's funny because I made a video where I said he should change his name back to Blacklist Universe. And it was just a coincidence. He was in the comments and he said, it's funny you should mention that. And you look down, you see his name had changed back to Blacklist Universe. I don't even remember. Oh, was the old one called like Art of the Hero with Mike S. Miller? It's this long, bizarro name. It's like, well, dude, you got 6,000 subs because people know your name. Or in the case of Diversity in Comics, you got 100,000 subs because people know your name. Then you change it to Comics Matter with your boy Zach. Dude. Zach seems to come up roses in almost everything he does. Even that interview with that douche canoe on Comedy Central and that unfortunate Austrian corporal haircut, he still comes up roses. People took his side. People downvoted that Comedy Central video so hard they pulled it off of YouTube. But I would say that the one misstep he did make was changing channel names. That's like, before you do stuff like that, you should ask around, and people would probably tell you, no, don't do it. When you have a small channel like this, you can do what the hell you want. It doesn't matter. Streams daily, Blacklist. He is, in short, the perfect Mogwai. You know, you miss an opportunity to include a short joke in there, because I don't know how tall Mike is. He's pretty well hobbit-sized. We need your help for this internet world. We must get as many signatures as we can to propel Mike into this fantastic world of opportunity for him and his wonderful family. HBO and Joe Dante must be made aware of his incredible talent and his extreme love for, I would have probably said fisting or something in there. Just kind of work a joke in there. For all that is Mogwai. Please make hashtag Mogwai S. Miller a reality. That's pretty funny. And the other video I showed the other day. I love this video. I just love that. I've been singing this song all day. just love this. Oh my god. I don't even remember the movie. But you know, it's funny because that probably is an accurate height representation between Doug at, I don't know, he's like 6'7", and Mike's probably at 5'7". Anyway. Oh, God, I love that. Hey, if you're on BitChute, for the love of all that is holy, subscribe. Getting subscriptions on BitChute is as hard as avoiding an Epstein in Hollywood or an overinflated ego in Comicsgate. Briefly, and very briefly, I promise. So in the news, EVS picks a fight with the quartering for clicks. That's not exactly news. He picks fights with everyone. And if you want a good video, listen to, God, what's that guy? It's the Greek guy with the unpronounceable last name. Greg or George Oxalopoulos or something like that. And he has an interview with the Comic Book Hut. And if you just skip the first 8 minutes of this long kind of intro, which is good, but it's just kind of too long, you get into this interview with the Hut, and Hut kind of lays out his opinions pretty well. Even though it's funny, he did block me across all his social media platforms, so it's kind of a little weird. Okay, so picking fights. He picks fights with everyone. That's to be expected, because because I mean, partially he's a crazy person. I mean, at some point you can just oh, is he fat in this one? Oh, wow. I wonder when he started losing his hair. Must have been, oh my God, you were only, what, 30 in that? And you had, no, you must have been 30, in your 30s, and you're already thinning out the hair. Ooh, that's a hell of a double chin. That's like just, oh, this guy's fat too. God, America's gotten so fat. It's disgusting. Where was I going with this? Yeah, picking a fight's not that crazy. He does it because he's, I think, kind of maybe a touch on the mentally ill side, but also because it's just what he does, and he wants views, and that's how he goes about it. That's fine. But he did read private messages, and that is a breach of trust. Private messages are private. He also does something that he always does. He frames the argument as the quartering versus Comicsgate, but it's the quartering versus Ethan. At the heart of most conflict in Comicsgate is EVS. I just don't understand why EVS just doesn't dial it back a little bit. The dude could be at 300,000 subs by now. And I know I'm joking around a little bit, but I'm not trying to be malicious. I don't hate the guy or love the guy. I'm just saying, just dial it back. That's like, this doesn't have to have gone that far that you can't just say, oh, okay, maybe we need to cool it a little bit. Anyways, I know that some of you hate him and some like him and some probably love him. But the dude, and you got to admit that he is an amazing entertainer. He's got microphone skills. Him and Cecil have definitely got microphone skills. They are razor sharp and quick-witted. And at least in the beginning of Comicsgate, he was a large part, no pun intended, of a lot of the fun. And let me just say this to all those on one side or another. We don't have to burn any bridges. I guarantee that a lot of people who are on one side will be on another side 6 months from now. And a lot more of us will be on BitChute and DLive. YouTube is making things difficult for anything other than cat videos and girls in yoga pants talking about protein smoothies. The people that you think are twat stains now may not be in 6 months. People learn that some of these content creators seem to be more trouble than they're worth. And I'm just going to be 100% with you here. You will like me more as you get to know me. I know that sounds like BS. I'm dead serious. It has always been that way. I come across as a total douche canoe in the beginning. I promise, as you get to know me, you'll be like, oh, that's just them. They're like that with everybody. Anyway, it's hard to support someone who is constantly stabbing people in the back because you might be next, and it's not fun not being able to trust people. So let's keep polite with them. They might be on our shows in 6 months. Ooh. I could look at double chins all day. There's no end of entertainment. And who knows, maybe even War Campaign will change its tune. It's an interesting world. Maybe one day OG, CG, and War Campaign will smoke the peace pipe, either at a con or online. The thing is, we all know that if we were doing these shows in person, none of this BS would be happening. It's only because Twitter that this stuff is happening. And to be fair, EDS is a crazy person. But it's a fine line between what is a crazy person and what is just an extremely driven Type A personality. But even Type A's usually can read the waves and determine the safest path to sail. At some point, he has to realize that maybe he is the problem. Let's, I already did that. Okay, the difference between Type A personalities, who are usually very, very successful, and actual crazy people, is you have to know who can take you along for the ride and who your supporters are, and also not to step on your dick every time you walk outside the door. You don't need to constantly fight. If you're an outrage channel and the fighting was helping you, I mean, you would have an argument, but I think there's a stronger argument. Like if you look at Social Blade, there's probably a strong argument to say that it's hurting you and it's hurting Comicsgate. But it's just my 2 cents, guys. And if I came off as a little malicious or dicky in this, I'm sorry about that. I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to present an opinion. I don't have strong feelings about. I don't think I have strong feelings about anyone in Comicsgate. I'm just. This is what I'm observing, as I think I'm kind of moving away from this side of Comicsgate. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. You want to support the channel, and thank you to all those who have supported the coffee account, Patreon, PayPal, all that. Of course, no one has supported the Teespring site. Nobody wants to. See, if you want to make a T-shirt, make a T-shirt, and I would. I don't know. I'll do something for you. I'll go on your show and I'll be very unentertaining. I'll just be a lump who just steps on your comedic lines as often as I possibly can. All right, guys. I'll see you all next episode.